Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Worley.
Worley, he's 3-0. Fights at Combatsports Super Rhino Gym. And Team Ram does some grappling down there in Lynchburg. He's got power, he's got pressure, he's got nasty oblique kicks. 5'8", 155. And just an experienced fighter at 8-3. I think I said 3-0, but I meant 8-3. Number 3 active amateur welterweight in Virginia.
You know, one thing worth noting is that he's only been finished once. Two of his 3 losses were by decision, and the only time he lost by finish was from a choke. You know, and that was actually his last fight that occurred in August. So you know he's going to come out a little bit more hungry because he wants to get that one back. And with this much experience, there's not a lot of guys in amateurs who want to fight somebody who's had that many fights.
Exactly. And one of his losses, one of his 3, was to Mitch Aguilar, a pro fighter out of Virginia,
right, I mean,
by a decision.
He's fighting tough guys.
Yeah, we're talking an accomplished amateur fighter in a state full of accomplished amateur fighters, especially at 155. Here comes the Wolverine. Thick legs on this cat. Thick lower body, very strong.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Zachary Krapf.
Zack Crap fought in that barn burner against Luke Staley in Luke's debut. He is an accomplished wrestler. All-American wrestler, sambo and wrestling since he was 5 years old. He's got full-on MMA training. He says about a year. One of the reasons Zack Crap is a problem is because he is a big cat and he's really good at weight cutting. Says he walks usually around 180, 185, cuts to 55, and who knows when he walks into the cage, it's got to be 170 anyway. Part of the reason he got that decision win over Luke Staley. He was so big, so strong, and he uses that strength so well. Great wrestling game. Still growing as an MMA fighter, but you know, trains at a great gym at Arlington Fight Club. So looking forward to seeing some of that growth tonight since the last time we saw him in the CageZilla cage.
Yeah, you know, both times he's fought, he's made exponential improvements, and his wrestling is such a solid base that it's going to really allow him to focus on all these other skills that he wouldn't otherwise do. I think that this is a very tough test for him, but I also think it's a very winnable fight just based on his skill set alone. He might not have the experience, but I do believe that he has the skills necessary to accomplish this
Ladies
this
and
task.
gentlemen, this next bout is for the vacant CageZilla lightweight title. This bout will be 3 5-minute rounds. It is brought to you by Mahana Poke Bowls, and Sushi Rolls in Ashburn, Virginia. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'8", weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of Campeche, Super Rhino, with a record of 8 wins and only 3 defeats, it's Worley!
Wolverine Worley out of the Super
And
Rhino
his opponent,
gym. Great name.
fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'9" and weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of Arlington Fight Club with a perfect 2-0 record, it's Zachary Krapf!
Another thing about that Zack Crap has, he is a very
Once again,
confident
ladies and
young
gentlemen,
man.
this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is for the vacant CageZilla lightweight title, and your referee is Michael Dolman.
Here comes Big Mike Dolman, the man in charge of our cage tonight.
You know, one detail here is that in Zach's 3rd MMA fight, he's fighting a 3 5-minute round test.
And he is ready.
Good feeling out.
Nice head kicks. out of the Wolverine early. There's one of those oblique kicks. Boy, I've seen him other fights make really good use of those.
Good jab to the body. There's really good distance control here by Will, and that's something you don't usually see until you get to that 10 fight mark. You know, that's when things really start coming together.
That touch, that distance,
exactly.
absolutely.
He doesn't even block shots because he's already out of the way, right? And he's also keeping the wrestler on his back foot, backing up against the cage.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think those little oblique kicks we may see him throw will help with that too. Just those attacks on different levels. If you can force the shot to come in lower, you have a little more time to defend it.
Absolutely. No, they'll add up here, and especially in a fight that's 15 minutes long. You know, that's something you're gonna have to think about. Good leg kick.
There they are. Look at them.
See again, excellent control here from Will. Zach's starting to move well.
Those of you at home can hear Zack Crap's fight team over here in
They
the
are
corner.
awfully close to our table, aren't they? We're happy to have them.
They
Thank you.
got cozy real quick.
They're giving great advice, though. They're telling Zach to look for that counter. So after Will engages, they need to
Look for the
exactly follow up immediately to close that distance and change this situation we have going here, which is Will closes the distance, punches, and then gets out of range. He's got to be careful here about throwing this leg kick, though, because the counter is that hard right hand.
Ooh, a leg kick of his own out of Worley. And look at this, a great camera angle if you're watching on GoSports.com. Welcome. If you're not, go to GoSports.com.
I love going home and watching the replays because they get such great camera angles.
Absolutely,
it's
beautiful.
You miss a lot of stuff when you're watching it live, but they really pick up every angle.
Ooh, vicious leg kick from Will.
Really nice stand-up out of Zack Crap. You know, such a wrestling and ground pedigree, and to see this level of stand-up is really encouraging.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of dealing with everything coming his way.
Yeah.
But Will is presenting a really interesting question here because his range. This is a different kind of range. Good forward pressure, though. That's something you need to see from Zach. He's got to make it an ugly fight because standing on the outside with a guy like Wolverine, who's able to control that distance so well, it's just gonna put you in a bad position.
These 5-minute rounds seem like an eternity.
Yeah,
and we're sitting down.
Yeah.
Always interesting to see how amateur fighters, you know, like what you talked about, when the first time they get into those deep waters.
Well, you know, to Zach's credit, his fights have been very tough fights.
Very tough fights, and we've never seen him even come close to looking like he's gassed.
And even when he's tired, he's still, there we go, good head kick. Even when he's tired, he still comes forward.
One thing I've noticed is Worley comes in with his mouth wide open. Don't want to get caught by one of those head kicks with your mouth open.
No, you don't. And I wonder if at some point Will's going to start going upstairs because he's been throwing so many successful. Oh, big right hand landed right there, right behind the ear.
Didn't slow Worley down at all, though.
No, it didn't. It didn't. But that's what you need. Create some respect. That was a beautiful shot there from Zach.
Cross corner imploring him to work inside.
Will's doing such a good job of controlling where the fight occurs. You know, he keeps Zach backing up. Big right hand landed there.
He measured that one.
He measured it, but Zach shook that off pretty good. I mean, you don't want to catch too many of those. Got to keep those hands up.
Charles, how often is a guy, when they smile after a big hit, are they smiling because it really hurt?
It's the age-old question.
You know, sometimes you get hit hard and you recognize it was a hard shot, but it doesn't bother you. Those are the ones I smile at. The ones I don't smile at are the ones that hurt. Good pressure.
Nice flying knee. Good job out of Krapf pulling off on that last kick after the bell. That was great.
Excellent first round.
This has been an insane night of action. And you know what? For all of the fans here and all of you guys at home watching on Go Sports, the last couple of fights were pretty technical. Okay, we had some really technical ground fighting, and a lot of the amateur, casual viewers don't really understand that. This is a fight for them.
Yeah.
This stand-up.
This is a kickboxing match so far.
Everybody understands stand-up, right?
We saw a great rear leg roundhouse out of Krapf that, yes, the Wolverine blocked it well. But, man, still, there's only so many of those you want to block without a tie pad on your arm.
Right.
Yeah, this is a very interesting fight. I think Zach's doing great. You could see the experience difference in that Will is a little bit more calm. He's putting a little bit less effort in. He's controlling the pace a little bit more. But conversely, Zach is doing a great job of hanging in there and throwing hard shots and making his shots count too.
Little bit of bruising on both fighters' lead legs.
Big right hand landed again. Zach's got to be careful when he comes forward. He's got to keep those hands up.
See that jab? See that jab? There we go.
Krapf's corner calling for a shot, but you better believe that Worley's corner is well aware of Krapf's extensive wrestling background.
And Will's starting to get the timing down a little bit here because he's seeing when to punch.
Beautiful
nice
high
kick.
kicks.
Nice kick from Zach. He's seeing a little bit when he comes forward, sometimes Zach is moving his head back, but keeping his hands down. And Will's starting to land those shots. Good leg kick.
Look at the bruising on the left leg of Worley.
Yeah. Excellent placement from both guys.
Get him when he comes in.
Ooh, vicious leg kick. But there you go. Good counter. He's got to be careful, though.
Counter to the counter out of Worley.
Exactly. You come too far forward, you end up in a bad spot. But this I like, though. I like Zach in the center. See, big shot from both guys. See, I like that with Zach in the center. That opens up his wrestling. When he's backing up against the cage, the only thing he could do is a power double straight through. But when he's in the center, there's a lot more options.
Again, great distance out of Worley there.
And one thing that Worley's doing really well, he's avoiding the clinch at all costs. There hasn't been one single clinch in which...
One single clinch, one single takedown attempt. We're almost 7 minutes in.
And, Zach has excellent upper body wrestling. Those clinches are right where Zach wants it to be, and Will's doing a very good job of avoiding that. But I like when I see Zach get to the center of the ring, because that's when you start to have more options. So Will needs to make it his job to prevent that from happening, continue to strike on the outside and work this in and out strategy. Zach's got to do something different.
He's in range.
Is it just me, or does Worley look like he could be related to Go Sports guy Nick Slowiak over there?
You know what? I think that's an excellent comparison. Excellent comparison.
Nick does a great webcast himself. He does it with a couple of my buddies,
Excellent
Matty
training
Marshall
here.
and Todd Martinez on Go Sports for Pro Paintball.
We keep getting more reasons to go to GoSports.com.
Oh, yeah.
As if we needed any besides these fights.
Oh.
That was the first shot we saw for the evening, and that was important because even though it was blocked well, the point and then the throw. So what happened was Zach threw a kick and he got checked very hard, and Will recognizes that he hurt him there.
Yeah,
and now he's very, very tender on that foot.
Yeah, the top of his foot swelled up. It's not looking real good.
It's my jab. It's my jab.
Yeah, that you can actually see it if you look close.
That affects everything. That affects your hands.
And he's
Can't push
eating
off.
these leg kicks.
Those
I mean,
leg
both
kicks
guys
are starting to tell.
Both guys ate quite a few leg kicks before that we saw that first hard check from Will.
But are we gonna? Gosh, I mean, is Zach gonna be able to still kick? There's a nice shot. Good, well stuffed.
Well,
but are we gonna? There goes a kick. I was hoping to see that. I was hoping to see another right kick from Zach.
Both those shots were excellent, but what was a little bit better was Will's positioning. He didn't really have to defend them too hard because of where he was.
Because of his spacing.
But this is where we want to be. So Zach can't back up here. He's got a good spot. When he's in the center of the cage, that's where he needs to keep it. Let the fight get close. Let it get close, because then you could at least put it or try to put it in your realm. But staying in this kicking range it's not working as well. Not because he's taking an extraordinary amount of damage, but because he's not able to implement the offense of his own. Big right hand. If you don't set up that kick, you'll see that it'll get checked, or you'll get that hard counter where somebody rides in and holds that right hand. A little bit of trickery from Will. I didn't know if he was looking for a high five or a distraction. But.
He's starting to use some wily veteran tricks.
The crowd is wondering why his movement slowed so much, but they might not have seen what happened to his foot. His foot is still
like
looking
some swelling on that foot, and some discoloration.
not looking good at all.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
Will's picking him up a little bit here, picking him apart a little bit. But, good shot there, good counter shot. Still in the fight.
Countdown.
Good offense, good offense. Oh, an excellent
Still
hook kick.
throwing nifty kicks.
That was important. That was really important
Yeah.
because there's a lot of respect there. He just put that out that he's not done. He's not done.
Yep, and still using that right leg as a weapon. Maybe it's not as bad as we thought.
And that was a tough second round for him. He got caught a little bit more than he had been. And when you get hit, it takes the energy out of you as well.
That was a great high kick on the highlights.
Yeah,
From
absolutely.
Zack Crap.
And you see there, that was the leg kick he threw without setting up.
Yep.
As Will just did a great job of coming in tight and landing that hard shot. Will's doing such a good job of hitting and then avoiding getting hit back. And that just, that's the veteran.
Just what you said in the first round. Look at his spacing, look at his touch, look at his timing. Veteran stuff. Which, by the way, Zach is going to pick up in a hurry, knowing to look at his skill set.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
And his gym.
I'm very, very impressed with Zach right now. But he's got to do a little bit more. When he gets that center of the cage, he's got to hold it. He has to make that his mark. When he doesn't, that's when he gets hit a little bit more than he would otherwise.
Worley, Krapf, round 3 here at CageZilla. 52.
Hey, you know what, guys? I didn't see it before because Zach's other side was to us, but his left leg looks nasty.
Yeah,
too.
both of their left legs are going to hurt tomorrow.
Ooh.
Good roll through. It's getting a little slippery out there.
Yeah, these guys are pouring sweat right
Ooh,
now.
you get a good view of that leg that Chris was just talking about. He's going for the arm bar. His arm is trapped. That's gonna prevent him from getting that type of extension.
And I think these guys are way too slippery for that.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
They might be. They might be.
They're throwing bombs at each other for 10 minutes.
Am I mistaken? Is this the first time it's been on the ground?
First
the
time
first
it's been on
time.
the ground.
Okay.
And it didn't
Since they
happen
got
through
up this
a
morning.
true takedown. It happened through a slip. But right here, this is where Zach needs to get his back to the cage and start walking up. He's staying a little bit too stationary. And this is a problem now because we have Will, who's he's seen a lot, so he's going to be very difficult to submit off your back and create that type of space. So you got to be instantaneous. As soon as you get taken down, you're already working your way up, you're getting your underhooks, and you're fighting your way up to your feet.
Kick him off you! Kick him off you and use the cage! Kick him off, yeah, use the cage! Use the cage! Use the cage!
Great pressure, great ground pressure from the Wolverine here.
Very good.
There
we go. And the Wolverine decides to let him up.
Take him down! Take him down!
A little confusion coming from the corner. One wants him to stand and
hands
fight,
go.
and one wants him to take him down.
A little over 3 minutes left, all the time in the world here in this third round.
There we go. He's right in front of you.
Good push kick. See, again, that range. Wills just has such a good understanding of the range where he doesn't have to eat the shot.
And
Get the clinch. There we go.
as good as some of Zach's counters are,
There we go.
Worley is just out of range.
Nice.
Oh, that one hurt him.
He's tired. He's tired. He's tired.
Gosh,
Zach's-
another one of those little oblique kicks, just a stop hit. Like
Well,
if you're a
and-
Jeet Kune Do guy, those little stop hits.
And that was key because Zach's looking for something big here. Right there. He's looking for the spin. Good athleticism.
Amazing athleticism.
I don't know if you're Worley, how you keep planning off that left foot.
Need it. Let it go.
That, look at that. I mean
leg.
leg. That leg. Look at that leg.
Look at the size of those legs on Worley,
Yeah.
though.
That's a lot of conditioning. A lot of conditioning. Ooh, nice switch. Like a stepping Superman punch.
There's that wrestling.
Still a lot of time left in this round, 2 minutes.
Ooh, big body kick. That one slipped. That one slipped through.
Yeah, really doing a pretty good job. Where he started with a jab to the body, then that kick to the body. Looked like a right hand to the body right in there.
Stay moving, stay loose.
Just over a minute left here.
Charles, Worley also seems to be putting Zach right where he wants him. Like you said before, with the spacing, with his distance.
Yeah.
He is moving Zach around this cage.
He's just measuring him. He's just measuring him. And we're seeing that here now with these. He's throwing less combinations, but he's throwing more powerful single shots that are landing. You know, he's being very measured and very accurate right now. And very efficient, which is key in this last minute.
Yeah, we gotta go, man.
Good kicks.
Zack Crap's corner him, pleading for him to
His
make it
corner
happen
says,
right
we
here.
gotta go,
listening,
man,
though.
and Zach starts throwing bombs.
He's listening. Will is showing some gamesmanship here. Oh, big leg kick. That hurt him. Ooh.
Just under 30 seconds here in the third and final round.
Another big right hand.
Will is trying to get in his head, but
Worley
Zach is coming forward. Ooh, big shots there.
Another combination.
Big uppercut. Zach landed there.
Wow, what a finish.
Flurry at the end there. Good shots out of both fighters.
Another insane
Boy,
fight.
I cannot wait to see more of Zack Crap in this cage, but I think Will Worley certainly did enough. Controlled the distance. And let's see the highlights from this whole fight. That big right hand right on the ear. Boy, that was close. Worley was moving his head. There's a nice straight from the Wolverine right down the pipe.
Ooh, that was a very nice uppercut.
That
and then
uppercut
a great
was so close.
counter right from Will.
That's a right kick that could have changed the complexion of this fight. Worley had a hand up.
Yeah, you know, one thing Worley did really well, besides just his spacing, he did a great job of keeping his hands up. I mean, he blocked a lot of shots really well.
Even just getting a little bit on it like that high kick.
Great exchanging there at the end. Oof, these uppercuts and these overhands are just millimeters apart.
But can't wait to see out of more of both these guys. Zack Crap, young man, great skill base to work out of, unbelievable athleticism. Heck of a fight.
Great fight, excellent movement from both guys. And I'll tell you what, I think that Will probably won this fight, but for the third fight for you to have to be against a guy who's already had 11 fights.
11 fights.
You know?
12th fight. And looked great.
And he looked great. It was competitive the whole way through.
21 years old.
Very impressive. Very impressive. And no drama here. It looks like we're going to go up, throw it up to Chris for the official decision.
He is, again, part referee, part master of ceremonies, Michael Dolman, getting everybody in the right place. And here comes Chris. He's having a quick conference with the executive director of the VS.
Lightweight, 155, right?
Ronnie Rodriguez, executive director of our sanctioning body.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. But before we do, let's hear for both these warriors putting on a great show.
Great. He looked great out there. That was a tough fight.
All right. Judge 1 scores about 30 to 27, Judge 2 scores about 30 to 27, and Judge 3 scores about 29-28, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision and new CageZilla lightweight champion out of the red corner, it's Worley!
Will Worley brings home the strap after defeating a very game Zack Crap. I'm sure we're going to see more of him. Both these fighters, in fact, you got to wonder if you're Worley, how long before you go pro.